Hi everybody, it's Kimberly and I'm back with your 717 portal message and also want to talk about this week's energy. There's big shifting going on right now, and if you're in a twin flame separation or twin flame connection and you're wondering about when union might be possible and waiting and maybe frustrated or any of these things, I'm here to remind you that the journey is about you. And getting lots of emails and questions about, do I really need to do my work on myself during this time? Or, I'm trying to control his progression or her progression by, clearing his or her energy while they're away from me. Or other scenarios in which there's not movement happening and there's just like a stifled frustration. So what I'm here to remind you is that progress won't happen. Union isn't even close to possible if you're not on your own path and doing your own work, and that this is truly a process for you. And the piece of it that will enable you to surrender the situation completely is the journeying through it, being in the moment, and releasing, letting go of expectations, letting go of trying to control the outcome, letting go of timelines. You must surrender all of these things. You must even surrender your physical attachment to your twin. And it's a big piece of it is let go of the physical attachment to your twin, the longing to be with, touch, feel, see, hear from. You have to get to that higher, 5D level with it before anything's going to start to shift. So, but the purpose is so that you reach ascension, so that you awaken, so that you can be authentically who you are and aligned with your higher self. And if you are operating from a place of manipulation, trying to control the other person, waiting, I have to tell you, all waiting is not being present. It's putting out an energetic lack. So you're actually energetically focusing on a lack in your life rather than focusing on receiving. And the law of attraction states, what you focus on, what you put your energy towards, you will attract the same back into you. So as you're feeling lack in the waiting, you're going to attract things that reflect that. And it's not going to be your twin flame. So if the word waiting is part of your lingo right now, you need to let go. You need to let go of timelines, the physical attachment. You need to also remember that if you're not in union, then you're not energetically aligned with your twin. If you were, you would be together and in a harmonious relationship. So as we know, in twin flame unions or reunions, unions, the coming together won't happen unless they're two very individual, whole people who are awakened and healed and, are working now towards teaching and serving humanity and raising the vibration of humanity. So in order for that to happen, you have more work to do. And I mean you, like you're the person watching this video who's come to this knowledge, who's come to my channel. It's you. And if you don't think you have more work to do, it's 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 your ego. It's your ego, and it's your ego that's interfering with this deeper spiritual work. This takes commitment. You know, it can be fun. It can be enlightening. It's a learning process. It can be exhausting. I've been resting from a huge energetic shift in my life the past week, and with my twin and all of that. But those things are happening, and these big shifts are happening on his end because I surrendered. You know, I surrendered, and I have held love for him and unconditional love and space, and without condition, without wanting, without expectation, without even really, you know, expecting a union. Just sort of an inner knowing that, and honoring this beautiful divine love. And I will tell you, all of you, that it has been yucky on the plane of reality, in the 3D realm right now, because of how things are unearthing for him in his current relationship. And some of that even trickled into my life. And I took the steps necessary to shield myself from it. And I've silenced it. And it's not my job to worry about it. It's his. He's going to work through a lot of his stuff now as this unearths. And it will be a process for him, just like it's been a process for me of months of, you know, working on myself and working on my wounds and feeling in my power and feeling open to love again, and really recognizing, you know, not the ugly space that I was in, but in the closed offness of it, or the reason why I was running from him, and probably other people in relationships. So in the doing your work, you come into a place of being able to stay in your power center, and, you know, clearing out the cobwebs and the wounds, and doing your deep healing, and also, like, you know, getting in the energetic vibration of just love, not resistance, love. Also, what's, you know, and he'll go through that too. And that means I still need to keep doing this work on myself, because he is still going to be doing his work. So reunion isn't, even though he's coming out of this relationship he's in, and it's ugly and messy on the 3D plane, like it's going to be beautiful for him, the healing that will come after this. And I believe that even if our union doesn't come to be in this time-space reality that we're in right now, I know that the love that he has for me is going to motivate him to do the work. And that in itself is beautiful, because, to be honest, the love that I've had for him has motivated me to do this work. And, you know, of course, it's self-love for myself, but that was sort of like what led me to my own self-love. So this is the gift that we give each other, and it's really, really, really beautiful. And if you're seeing it any other way, if you're, you know, then you're not seeing what the twin flame connection truly is. So as we come into 7/17, which you probably hear a lot of hype, there's a portal opening, there's, you know, new light patterns and codes being scattered, and, you know, all of this. But I think that right now it's just, there's a lot of shifting going on, especially for, you know, the twin who may be in a relationship and just maybe starting to wake up. And just allow that and stay on your journey, stay on your path. Life is busy for many of us who are going through this awakening and doing our spiritual work. There's a lot of juggling going on, and there's a focus on work and career and teaching and giving and healing. And those are all the beautiful things that you need to be doing right now. And also enjoying life and enjoying the moment, and not looking towards the future with expectation or feeling a lack or a waiting in the now. Your job is to get into receptive mode. If you can't slip into receptive mode, you will not have the space to receive when the shift happens or when a union is possible. So I'm just reminding you, and if you're wondering how to do that, just get into a happy vibration, get into your power center, get into feeling confident about you and your own life, and you will certainly open that space up in that way. But focusing on the here and now in terms of, awaiting a lack, that vibrationally won't bring you what you're looking for. And once you do your true awakening, and as you're climbing towards enlightenment, you're going to see the gifts that are delivered to you, and they will be abundance and joy and love in many ways, not just through your twin flame, but in many aspects of your life. So the 717 portal, I don't know if I think it's going to open the platform for many twins to unite, but I also know that there's already an energetic shift that's happening, and everyone's timeline will be really different with it. But I think over the next 3 months, as I keep saying, you will see these unions, reunions, communication start to happen. And it's because healing will start to take place for both parties, it won't just be you doing your work, off on your own. Your twin will be doing his or her work as well. And it may not be appropriate to come back together just yet, or that work may take a very long time. But it doesn't matter, because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and the journey is about you. And when you think about union, think about it in this way, that the union is really just a marriage to yourself. Okay, so if energetically your twin flame is one half of your soul, the soul split into two, divine masculine, divine feminine. And we look to the union outwardly as, okay, this is the coming together, or a sacred marriage or divine partnership. But the truth is that all the work that you're doing from within is you marrying yourself. So when the other half of you or other piece of you comes in and wants to join, it's going to be very natural, because you've already married yourself. You already love yourself, and that your twin will already have that self-love as well, and feel lovable and feel whole, and not need you to complete him or her. So there's also some full moon energy coming on the 19th, and that's a time to release. So if you have angst, frustration, if you're, waiting, this is a great time to set this as surrender day. And surrendering is not just a word, it's an internal shift. It's a perception shift. It's a release. It's a trusting the process, having faith, and then just, letting the universe take care of it. Just like hands up, like letting go. It's such it should feel like a relief to you once you finally shift. So I picked some 3 Ascended Masters cards. I was just called to do so before I started the video. I haven't looked at them yet, but I chose them for the collective, and I'm just going to hold them up. So I held this same card up in the last video. And this is definitely relevant to my situation, which is detached from drama. And it's Pallas Athena. And the message is, I think not just detached from drama. I'm seeing the drama trickle in from my twin and his current relationship. But it may not just be drama. I think it's detached from the 3D realm, detached from all of the worry and, if there's any conflict or anything like this, we must detach from that and go to a higher place, and she holds her hand up, towards the source energy, towards the light, and it's away from the earthly plane right here. Okay. The next card I have is Retreat into Nature, and that's the Green Man. Sorry, it's backwards. And I think this is telling all of us to connect with nature, and and also there's a heart here. I always see hearts out in nature, and that's when your messages will come in. That's when your signs will come in. That's when you're going to hear the messages. I think a lot of us have been so in our heads and analyzing this whole situation, and and not allowing for the messages to come in. And I did a video on signs a couple segments back, and this is key. This take a nature walk, go for a hike, just do a jog in the park, or simple little things. Go out in your garden, do some gardening, and be present in the moment, and just be quiet. No music, no outside noise, and listen to what comes to you, and giggle at the signs that you're going to get, because it will be evident in that time how strong this connection is, and how it will speak to you through nature. And the reminder also is that there is, for some of you that I've spoken with, there is a disconnect. You're disconnected internally, so you're not receiving all of the messages and signs that you need to be hearing. You're not able to telepathically or psychically talk to your twin, or you feel like that connection is severed, or you can't feel your twin. I've heard that a lot. I can't feel my twin anymore. Go out in nature, have quiet, have peace, reconnect with yourself, and that's when those messages will come through for you. And the last card is Take Charge of the Situation, and it's Moses. Okay, and I think it's saying you are not at the mercy of this situation. Okay, the way you take charge, though, is not how a lot of you think. You think that the way you take charge is by taking action and calling your twin and saying, when are you going to come back into my life? Or, I've waited long enough. But that's not the action that you're being called to. If you remember, Moses was powerful and almighty, and this is harnessing your own inner power. It's taking action in your own life, on your own path, and getting into the work, the spiritual work. And through that action, that will lead you closer to your twin. Whether it's a connection that's been disconnected, it's like two cords that will just fuse together, and all of a sudden you're going to hear all the messages come through you. But the taking action is on you. You're where you need to start with, and really the only place you need to go on this journey. And the being in your power center, the taking action in your life, the listening to your higher calling and acting on that right now is huge. It's huge. It's also look at this also. Even in the taking action, look at what did I just do with my arms before? I had my arms up saying, surrender, surrender, let it go. Look at Moses. He's completely in surrender. So ask yourself that. How can you be completely in surrender and taking charge or taking control of the situation? Taking charge of the situation. Charge is power to me. It's harnessing your own power. So there's the fine balance for every single one of you that's in the twin flame situation right now, or in a twin flame connection, or in a separation. Every single one of you. This is your mission. Finding the balance between harnessing your power center and completely surrendering the connection. Completely. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this message has helped you in some way. I'm going to hold another Twin Flame conference call, free conference call on the early evening of the full moon. So that's July 19th, Tuesday. And you can email me at transformationskatecod@gmail.com. And I'll send you the call-in information for the call. We always have a great group. And of course, like my Facebook page, the Twin Flame Family. There's also a link on the YouTube channel. And I'm posting daily, not just inspiration, but even videos to help you do your shadow work, and tools and resources that have also helped me. So I hope everybody is well, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.